Shriguruvyo namaha harihi om. Shuklam bhudram vishnu sasivanam chaturbhujam prasannavadhanam dhyayeत् sarvvighnopaಶಾಂತಯೇ. Vāgīshādhyā sumanasa sarvārthānām pakriveyanatva kritakritya sūtam namāmi gajānanam. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yo nityamachyutapadambujayagmarukmavyamo hatastathatrani mene asmadguroho bhagavato siddhaye kusumdo ramanujasya charanam sharanam prabhadhe. Yasya smarnamatrena Vedavasana brahmuchyate bodhatmakaya namastasmai bhagavate Shri Ramanamurshaya. Yadāgāshe sadābhantam shantamanandarupiṇam jnanapaṇamam vande sadgurum Shri Satyasāyinam amantrayāminam. Dōrbhirriyukta chaturbispatikamanimayim akshamalam dadana astenaikyena paddam sitamapachishakam pustakam jāparena bhāsā kundendu shankaspatikamaninibhā bhāsamānā samānā sāme vāgdevateyam nivasatavadane sarvada suprasanna kūjantam rama rameti maduram maduraksharam ārukya kavitā shākā vande valmīki kokilam आञ्जनेयमतिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमणीयविग्रहं पारिजातधर्मूलवासिनं भावयामि पवमाननन्दनं यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि वेदवेद्ये परे वंशजाते दशरथात्मजे वेदप्राचेत्सादासीत् साक्षात् रामायणात् समना रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। वैदेही सहितं सरद्रुमतले हैमे महामण्डपे मध्ये पुष्पकमासने मणिमये वीरासने सुस्थितम् अग्रे वाचयति प्रपञ्चरसुते तत्त्वमुनिभ्यः परं व्याख्यान्तं भरतादिभिः परिवृतं रामं भजे श्यामळम्। वामे भूमिसुता परश्च हनुमान् पश्चात् सुमित्रा सुतः शत्रुघ्नो भरतश्च पार्श्वतनयोः वायुवादिकोणेषु च सुग्रीवश्च विभीषणश्च युवराट् तारा सुतो जाम्बवान् मध्ये नीलसरोजकोमलरुचिं रामं भजे श्यामलम्। जानकीकान्तस्मरणं जय जय राम आञ्जनेय स्वामी की। The Bhakta tested Bhagavan, who revealed his prowess and established confidence in the heart of Sugrīva. Then it was the turn of Bhagavan to test the Bhakta. To see how well enshrined his Sharanagati is. Sharanagati is not a verbal declaration. It is not merely an oral proclamation. I surrender to you. Very easy to say that. But Sugrīva demonstrates to us, Sugrīva shows to us what really Sharanagati is. Because even though he was badly beaten up by Vāli, and Rāma gives the lamest possible excuse, which even we are able to see through. I could not tell the difference between the two of you. I did not want to shoot the wrong monkey. One monkey is covered in blood, the other monkey is waxing in strength. Is the difference not clear? Obviously, Sugrīva is the one who is being beaten up, Vāli is the one who is doing the beating. Where is the need to have any doubts in this? But still, unabashedly, brazenly, Rama says, I could not tell the difference between the two of you. Don't worry, I will garland you. Now you go. Now I can fight. Now I will kill Vāli. Even though the reason given by Rama seems to defy logic, is logically weak, still, Sugrīva, who has just been beaten up, unhesitatingly says, is it so? I shall go then. Vadan Sharanagati. We understood what is Sharanagati. Swami very beautifully explained the Sharanagati when he came to Chennai for the Atirudra Mahayajna. He himself instituted that question, he asked that question to the group of people that were with him, and he says, what is Sharanagati? Sharanagati na enna? What is Sharanagati? Everyone gives a different answer. Swami gives the answer in his own way. He says, எது நடந்தாலும் என் நல்லத்துக்கு அப்படிங்கிறதுல திருடமான விஸ்வாசமே சரணாகதி. In Tamil, because Swami was in Tamil Nadu, so he gave the answer in Tamil. Whatever happens is happening for my good as per God's plan. Firm, absolute, total faith in this is Sharanagati. Even being beaten up is part of his plan. When Sugrīva realizes it and says, Karishye vachanam tava, I shall definitely obey you. If it means going back to facing Vāli, I shall do so. Without a moment's hesitation, when Sugrīva says, I will go, Rāma then and there says to him, Shobhase hyadikam veera lataya kantasaktaya viparita ivakashe suryo nakshatramalaya. Shobhasehi adhikam veera. Sugrīva, Bhagavan Cholran, Rama looks at Sugrīva and he says, Sugrīva, you are shining. Shobhase adhikam. You are very radiant. You are shining. What has caused him to suddenly shine? Lataya kantasaktaya. With the garland around your neck, you are shining. Wild flowers growing in the forest, Gajapushpin, yellow flower, quicker Lakshmana made a mala and put it on Sugrīva's neck. And Rama says, oh, you are shining with this garland around your neck. Chumma shining illa. He adhikam. He certainly. Adhikam. Extremely. Shobhase. You are shining. You are extremely radiant. You are shining extremely with the garland around your neck. The garland is not what has added to his shine. The garland was the product of a Sharanagati. The garland was the mark of identification. The garland was Rama's way of marking Sugrīva as my own. Mamaka. Mamaka. He is mine. Bhagavan is Chandam Kondadikaran. Bhagavan is establishing his rights over Sugrīva. He is mine. I have staked claim over him. Who dares now to cause harm to him? Rama is laying claim over Sugrīva, possessing Sugrīva for himself. Adunala shobhase ki adhikam veera. That is why you are shining. Eppadi shining? Viparita ivakashe suryo nakshatramalaya. Like the moon surrounded by the stars, you are shining. Like the moon surrounded by the stars, you are shining. Abdina enna artham? Enga moon, enga stars, where are the stars? What kind of a comparison is this? Sugrīva othandane nikkaran. Sugrīva is alone, Leah. If Sugrīva is surrounded by a lot of people, then you can say you are shining like a moon amidst the stars and shalalam. Leah. Inga Sugrīva is alone. Even where are the stars for him to shine against? Abdina. All devotees are like stars. Adala those who have surrendered are like moon. Abdina artham padikka. Enna ellarum thane bhaktal. Everybody is a devotee. All the monkeys are devotees. Anal devotees are merely like twinkling stars. But the one who has surrendered to Bhagavan Ragane, Jajvalyaman Ragane, he is like the full moon. Is there not a difference? Is there not a difference between a person who says I love God and a person who says I have surrendered to Him? Vidyasam irke. Bhagavan kanla vidyasam irke. In Bhagavan's eyes there is a difference. Abdingartha Rama is demonstrating to us here. Sadharana bhaktanukum prapannanukum vidyasam unduda. Ella enakku onnudan. Everybody is equal to me. Everybody is the same to me. But still, அதீவமே பிரியஹா அப்படின்னு சொல்றான். பட் they are very dear to me, extremely dear to me. Who அப்படின்னா சதத யுக்தானாம், those who have always surrendered to me are special to me, they are dear to me, they are extremely dear to me. All the others are okay, but these are extremely dear to me. அவள்லாம் பப்ளிக், वो पब्लिक को दे दो, और ये पब्लिक அவள்லாம், இவள்லாம் private. We should never be public to Bhagavan, we should be private to Bhagavan. பப்ளிக்னா எல்லாரும் தான் பப்ளிக். ஏன்னா அதான் அன்னைக்கே சொன்ன மாதிரி Bhagavan's nature is to be lovable, therefore people love him. There is nothing great in the person who is loving Bhagavan, because Bhagavan's nature is so. But although so many people love, so few people are willing to give up everything for the sake of him, even if it means getting beaten up. Beaten up தானே, ஒரு தடவை அடி வாங்கினவனுக்கு இன்னொரு தடவை அடி வாங்கத்தானே போகிறான். He has already gotten beaten up once, he is bravely going again merely on the words of Rama. Don't worry, this time I will take care. Raman சொல்றான். அதானே சண்டையால அந்த மாலை கவுந்து கீழே விழுந்துடுத்துனா. After all, it is only a flower garland. They are going to be fighting ferociously. How long will it take for that garland to break and slip from Sugrīva's neck? சொல்லுங்க, நீங்களே சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம். என்ன பெரிய ஆர்மரா? Is it some kind of an impenetrable armor? After all, it is only a string of flowers. How long will it take? Oru guttale first round liye it can fall off liya. After that, how will it tell the difference? The whole difference thing is only a vyajam. Bhagavan wants to tell the difference. Bhagavan chodran, I want to tell the difference between the two of you. You are both looking the same. What is the similarity? Both of you are similar, but you should distinguish yourself. I want you to stand out. I do not want to look at everybody the same. Bhagavan ude vakyam parungo. Bhagavan's words are, I see everybody as the same, but really I don't want to. I am seeing Vāli and you as the same. Therefore, I am afraid I will give grace to the wrong person. Therefore, I want you to stand out so that I can give the grace separately to you. அப்போ என்ன அர்த்தம்னா, பகவான் actually, unfortunately for him, he sees everybody as the same, but he doesn't want to. He wants to see something special in us. He wants us to stand out. The only way in which we can stand out is by standing down. அவங்க ஆல்ரெடியில் விழுந்துடணும். We've got to fall into his will. அடி கீழே அமர்ந்து புகுந்தேனே அப்படின்னு when we surrender to him unreservedly, unquestioningly, when we surrender to Bhagavan, putting aside our own comfort, our ananda, our joy, our life, our moksha, everything is cast aside. Bhagavane karishe vachanam Tārā. I will do as you say. நீ எதேச்சசி ததா குரு. You do with me as you please. என்ன மெதுவோ அது செய்வாய். என்ன, when we surrender to Bhagavan, அப்போ Bhagavan will garland us and say, you are mine, you are special, I will look after you in a special way, separate way. What is the separate way? Bhagavan சொல்றான், now you are shining. Sugrīva adya Vāli samuttate bayam vairam chavanara एकेनाहं प्रमोक्ष्यामि बाणमोक्षेण संयुगे. One arrow I will release today. By that one arrow, your enmity with Vāli will come to an end. All fear that you are feeling from Vāli will come to an end today. Go. Show me who that enemy is. Anritam nokta purvam me veera krichrepi tishtata धर्मलोभपरीतेन न च वक्ष्ये कथंचन. Sugrīva, do not have any fear whatsoever. My words are ever true. I have never uttered a word in vain. I have never uttered a falsehood before. Never in the future will I utter a word that is false. Adanal, without any fear, you can go. I will bring down Vāli. அப்படின்னு சொன்னோடனே Sugrīva doesn't say anything. He doesn't say thank you. He doesn't say are you sure. He doesn't say you better do it this time. Nothing. He rushes out with a loud shout, challenging Vāli once again. Vāli has just beaten Sugrīva and gone back inside to have a bit of a drink. சொன்னேனே true Aussie அவன் எப்போ குடிச்சிட்டே இருப்பான். He's opened another 6-pack and he has sat down. When Sugrīva once again calls out his challenge, reaches through to Vāli. Vāli gets up. What? That fellow? What's wrong with that fellow today? Why is he asking for a beating? Abdinnu Vāli got up immediately. Tārā, Vāli's wife, Tārā, stops him. She stops him and gives him some wise counsel. Hitodarkamidam vachaha. Hitamana vakyam. She gave him sound advice. She said, "Hey Vāli, it is not appropriate for you, hey Veera, it is not appropriate for you to go out now. Think a little bit, fight him tomorrow morning. You go tomorrow. Don't think that this is a challenge to your heroism or your valor and so on, that you've got to respond immediately. Even if you go tomorrow, your valor will not reduce by any means. You've already proven it several times. In fact, just now you bet him and sent him back. Oh, he has challenged me, how can I ignore such a challenge? It is an affront to my dignity. You do not need to think. Don't go out rashly like this. I will explain my reasons to you. Earlier, Sugrīva came and challenged you to the duel. You struck him in anger. You defeated him soundly. He ran away. Now, once again, he comes back and challenges. Is it not suspicious? One who has been defeated by you, beaten up by you, again is coming and inviting you for a challenge, a duel. Is it not out of ordinary? Then cannot be for some small reason. That means this fellow has a backing. He has not just come like that. He's got a backing. Somebody is there behind him. Somebody has got his back. And the person whose support he has sought must not be an ordinary fellow. Sugrīva is clever by nature. He is wise. Without assessing his own strength and the strength of his ally, he will not come out like this to challenge second time. Though something has happened, second time he has come back, he is confident now this time. We should not rush out without understanding the allies that he has gathered unto himself. Listen, I will tell you something else. Earlier today, our son Angada had gone into the forest. He was wandering around in the forest when he got some reports from some spies of ours, and he came to me with those reports. It seems Rāma and Lakshmana, the heroic sons of the king of Ayodhya, born in Ikshvaku race, who are invincible in war, have come here and formed a friendship with Sugrīva. Rāma is famous for his prowess in the battlefield. He has slain enemies like Kara, Dushana, etc. We've heard all of that. Not only that, Nivasa Vriksha Sadhunam Apannanam Paragatihi Artanam Samshayaschaiva Yashaschaika Bhajanam. That Rāma, Nivasa Vriksha Sadhunam, he is like the great tree under which sadhus sit and take refuge. Sadhus and Mahatmas find shelter under a tree. The tree Arna, Rama Vriksham. Rama is the tree. Apannanam Paragatihi, for those who are in great distress, he is the supreme goal, refuge for them. Artanam Samshayaschaiva, he is the protector of the distressed. He is the repository of all fame. Jnana Vijnana Sampannaha, he is endowed with the highest truth. Nideshe Nirataf Pituhu, and he has only come out into the forest as a result of the command of his father. Adinale, it is not appropriate for us to go and respond to Sugrīva's challenge now. Rama is immeasurable in prowess. Enmity with him is not good for us. I am not telling you this because I am belittling you, on the other hand, because I am interested in your welfare. Your welfare is my welfare also. I am saying. Adnana, let peace be established between you and Sugrīva. This fight has gone on for enough time now. You have punished him enough. Therefore, let us accept Sugrīva back. Let Sugrīva come back into this kingdom. Leave your enmity with Sugrīva. Instead, make friendship with Rama also. I think this is the right thing for us to do. He is after all your younger brother. Tatrava sannihastova sarvata bandhurevate. Whether he is here or whether he is there, he is your brother only. What is this business of fighting with a brother? In fact, as brothers go, he is a fairly good brother. Give up this enmity. Instead, give him wealth, give him respect. Keep him by your side. You will be strengthened by it. He is after all always your brother. Brotherhood can never be forsaken like that. Do this as a favor to me. matpriyam karyam. Yedi te matpriyam karyam. If you want to do something good to me, because I'm your well-wisher, because I'm your wife, then do this for me. Accept Sugrīva and do not go out now. Do not lose your temper. Abdina. Tārā gives salutary advice, but in spite of all of that, Vāli is not willing to listen. Tada hi Tārā hitameva vakyam tam Vālinam patyamidam babashe na rochate tadvajanam hitasya kala vipannasya vinashakale. Vinashakale viparita buddhihi. Vinashakalam andurthu, abhiyanna, if the end is near, then no matter who says what, they will not listen to it. No matter how much good counsel they get, they will not listen to it. They will reject it all, thinking they alone are right. Yeah, we see in the news sometimes, people say, no, the whole thing is a conspiracy. There is no such pandemic at all. Then finally now in the news, they are all also in the hospital in ICU. There are several who are dying who have been famous anti-vaxxers, saying it is all a lie. Now when they are dying, the last message they are saying it is not a lie, it is true, we are suffering, at least you guys do not suffer. Anna, when everybody else was telling them, they could not listen to it. They had their own set of arguments in their head. Even though good words are said, when our time is not appropriate, we will not listen to it. If our time is good, we will listen to everybody's advice and follow it and achieve goodness. If our time is not good, even the greatest well-wisher, if they come and tell us things, we will not listen. We will go in our own foolish way and ruin ourselves. It is not in our hands. That is also not in our hands. Despite Vāli saying, Tārā saying all this to Vāli, Vāli says, nonsense. Don't worry. What Rāma? I know Rāma. I also have heard about Rāma. Rāma is an hour of dharma. I know Rāma is an hour of dharma. This fight is between me and Sugrīva. Rāma cannot interfere. Rāma will not interfere. It is against dharma for Rāma to interfere. If he wants something, Rāma will have to come and challenge me. At that time, I can accept or not accept that challenge. That is a different story. This is Sugrīva payadane. Only Sugrīva who has come now. I shall go and fight with him. I will accept the challenge. You don't worry. I will come back soon. How can Rāma, who knows dharma, dharmagyascha kritagyascha katham papam karishyati? How can he sin? How can he commit a sin of interfering in a one-on-one fight when he is the knower of dharma, when he is the knower of what is right and wrong? Adhanala, don't worry. Give up all your fear. Nothing, no harm will come to me. He goes out with that confidence. Rāma will not do anything to me. Rāma will not do anything to me in the Puran. But in the end, what happens? His faith in Rāma is grossly misplaced. Is it not? He's also got faith in Rāma. Anal, in spite of having absolute faith in Rāma, Rāma will not do anything to me. Rāma is the one who is killing him. Who can have faith in God? Who can afford to have faith in God? One who has kept to his commandments can have faith in him. One who has violated dharma, the only faith that he can have is that God will punish me. Adile he can have faith. God will not punish me, despite God will not do anything to me. I have committed adharma after adharma. I have not surrendered to him. I am egoistic. I am proud. I am doing all kinds of aparadhas. But God will be kind to me. Assuming a proof. If you really look at it, Vāli goes with the confidence Rāma will not do anything. This is also faith of some sort in Rāma. And this faith is useless in Vāli. His faith is useless. It is going to be betrayed. This faith is betrayed. This faith is belied. Because even for having faith, you should have qualifications. You should have qualifications to have faith in God. First of all, you have no qualifications to profess faith. When you have not followed his commands, when you have not lived by his code or his word, then how can you express faith in him? You do not know him. Vāli does not know Rāma. He says, I know Rāma. He does not know Rāma. Who can say I know Rāma? One who has followed Rāma can say I know Rāma. Followed Ramana, not walked behind Rama, but followed his teachings, followed his Upadesham. He can say, I know Rama. Chava Shalalamo. Adhanala Vāli does not have any right whatsoever to say, I know Rama, he will not do such a thing. Abdina Vāli does not have the right to say. Who has got the right to say that? Abdina Sugrīva can say, Hanuman can say, Sita can say. Sita Chandra Varuvar, I know he will come. He comes in here. That faith is not betrayed. And then, as persuading Tārā to return, Vāli comes out to fight. The battle between Vāli and Sugrīva starts. Vāli comes and says, what is wrong with you? Can you see this? Can you see this? This is called a fist. This is called a fist. When I clench my fingers together, it is called a fist. Yesha mushti. Now, chumma sollala. Shlokathula irukku. I am not simply saying this is a fist in Nambad Kadhalakala. Yesha mushtihi. This is called a fist da. Yesha mushtihi. Maya bhaddo. Gadasan hitangulihi. He even describes how a fist is formed. Maya baddo gada sanhitangulihi. When I bring my fingers together and clench them tightly, I form a fist. That's the shloka. That is the meaning of the shloka. And not only that, and after forming this fist, Maya vega vimuktaste pranan adaya yasyati. And when I, with fierce force, with great speed, when I give this fist to you, send this fist towards you, it will take away your life and move away. When the fist force it will come, it will take your life and go away. It will be fisted off. Abdina அவன் ஃபிஸ்ட் காமிக்கிறான். உடனே சுக்ரீவன் உட்டானா. What did Sugrīva do? பின்னாடி ராமன் இருக்கிறார். அதனால with Rama behind him, Sugrīva now says, Tavaiva cha haran pranan mushtipatatu murdhani. Do you think you alone are capable of forming a fist? This is also a fist. Nama fist kaviya. Tava yesha mushtihi. This is also a mushti. Yesha mushti. This mushtihi. This fist. What will this do, Abdina? Patatu murdhani. It will fall upon your forehead and take your life. Abdi inda baya solra. Mushtikāsurana irukku. Mushti vechinde sanda podu. Yeah. Fisticuffs. With this fist I will take your life. With this fist I will take your life. Sugrīvan pa avada imagination illa. Vāli solradhe thirupi solradhu. Vera edha maati solradhu mudiyum. Vāli konjam poetic ave solradhu. Sugrīvan enna pandradhu renda eppume second children no. They always follow imitate whatever the first ones do. முதல்ல என்ன பண்ணிட்டோ அதெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கும். அதை என்ன பண்ணி நின்னா அது வரைஞ்சா நானும் வரைகிறேன் அப்படிங்க. அது பாடித்தனா நானும் பாடுறேங்க. The elder says I am going to draw. Younger also I will also draw. Then you look what the elder is drawing. You are drawing cat. I will also draw a cat. The elder at least can draw a cat properly because the elder might be drawing for a few years or something. The younger will draw a cat look like a pumpkin. And then will come and show, see my cat in the cat and the bucket. What is there to see in this cat? அதனால Sugrīva is demonstrating the fact that he is the younger. அதனால என்ன சொன்னா அண்ணா சொன்னா பாத்தியாடா, see this fist will come and take your life away. See this fist will come and take your life away. இதுலயாவது ஒரிஜினலா சொல்லேன்டா. ஆரம்பிச்சதுங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் தாடிதான், ரெண்டு பேரும் சண்டை போடுறதுங்க. both of them are fighting. பார்த்தா சுக்ரீவனுக்கு முடியல. Vāli's fist is enough. Sugrīva's fist ultimately is not enough. அதனால Sugrīva takes a tree and starts beating him up. ஷாலா விருட்சத்தை எடுத்து அடிக்க வரான். ஓங்கி ஒரு அடி, ஷாலா விருட்சத்தால ஒரு அடி. அடிச்ச உடனே Vāli loses his balance. Vāli himself stumbles up. But he immediately recovers and both are fighting. இப்படியா ஃபைட் பண்ணும்போது again slowly what happens அப்படின்னா the difference in strength is clear, it's visible. No matter whether he comes with fist or tree, ultimately Sugrīva is on the losing side. அதனால slowly he starts to lose ground. அந்த பார்த்த உடனே like Indra and Vritrāsura are fighting, they are fighting it seems. அதுல when Rama saw that Sugrīva was starting to wane in his strength, And he was looking around in all directions. இப்படி பார்க்கறான், எங்க வீக்ஷமானம் திசஷ்சைவ. Looking in all directions. What has happened? Arrow is supposed to come. இன்னிக்கும் அதே தானா? Is it a repeat performance? ஆஹா, encore யாரோ சொல்லிட்டா போட்டிருக்கே. My performance the first time was so good that they want to see it again. Therefore they said encore, once again. நான் சொன்னேன், ரெண்டு தடவை அடி வாங்குறேன். I'm getting beaten up again. அப்படின்னு நினைச்சுண்டு when Sugrīva was looking around here and there, at that time Rāma looked for an arrow. சாவகாசமா எடுத்து வச்சிருக்கோண்டாமோ. Sharoncha vikshate viro valino vadakaranath. In order to destroy Vāli, Rama was there. இங்க வச்சிருந்தேனே, ஒரு அம்பு ஒன்று எடுத்து வச்சிருந்தேன், ஆடம் கொடுத்து அவன் அடின்னு அடி வாங்கிட்டு இருக்கான். இவர் சாவகாசமா எடுத்து வச்சேன். லக்ஷ்மணா, where is that arrow? I kept an arrow outside for this fellow. Where is it gone? அதோ இருக்கு பாரு, கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். வீக்ஷதே, he is looking for an arrow. எடுத்தார். Once the arrow was fixed, அவ்வளவுதான். அதுக்கப்புறம் once the arrow was fixed, அப்படியே இழுத்தார். Rama pulled that string back. It looked like a wheel. கால சக்கரமிவா அப்படின்னா. இப்போ என்ன அர்த்தம்னா, the bow is shaped like this, but when the bow string is pulled all the way to the ear, it starts to form the shape of a circle. அவ்வளவு தூரம் Rama has pulled it ன்னு அர்த்தம். Rama has pulled it so much that the bow starts to look like a chakra. அதில் ஒரு twang தான். With the twang of the bowstring, the arrow flies through the air. Muktasto vajra nirgoshaha pradipta shani sannibaha. Like a lightning, like a bolt of lightning, that arrow flies. ஏற வந்து வாலிவக்ஷசி பாதிதஹான். It went straight and pierced the mighty chest of Vāli. And such was the force of that arrow that when it struck Vāli, Vāli flew to the ground and fell down. Thirdly, he was thrown to the ground. Like a tree felled by a woodcutter, Vāli fell down. Anal, even though this arrow had gone and shot him in this manner, Vāli's life did not leave him, because Vāli had upon his neck a necklace. Mala, Kanchini Mala, Shakradatta, Varamala, Kanchani Vajrabhushita, Dadara Harimukyasya Prananste Jishyamya Cha Sa. Because he was wearing a necklace that was given to him by his father Indra, his life did not depart, it was protecting him. Another clear Vundutan, if he had fallen down. After seeing him fall down, Rama and Lakshmana walked towards him. He is holding that arrow with his hand to stop its force. Otherwise, it is drilling him with great force. He has arrested it, is holding it with force. And Rama and Rama's arrow is named Rama. He looks at it. Oh, Rama. So it is Rama's. Again, the Rama is walking. Followed by Lakshmana, Rama is walking towards Vāli. On seeing him approach him, Tam drishtva ragavam Vāli, Lakshmanam cha mahabalam, abravit prashritam vakyam, parusham dharma samhitam. Looking at Rama coming close to him, Vāli speaks to him with pride in his voice, mixed with a tone of righteousness, or righteous indignation. He is speaking with righteous indignation. Tvam naradipatehe putraha pratitah priyadarshanaha. You are the son of an extraordinary king. You are yourself an extraordinary person. You are famous, you are brilliant, you are handsome. எல்லாம் இருக்கு உனக்கு. அப்படி இருக்க, how is it that when two people are having a fight, you hid behind somewhere and shot an arrow into me, catching me unawares? இது என்ன தர்மம்? What dharma is this? You are supposed to be the son of a king, a future king. Is this the kingly qualities that you show? Is this the kingly qualities that you show when I am fighting? Even though my wife Tārā warned me, she warned me that I should not go because you are supporting Sugrīva. Do you know what I said at that time? Tān gunan sampradāryāham agrajam chābijanam tava Tāraya pratishiddopi Sugrīvena samāgataha. I came. Sampradharya, I believed in your gunas. I believed in your virtuous gunas. Even though Tārā dissuaded me, I still told her, no, Rāma will not behave in such a manner. Because I had faith in your gunas. I said to her, na mam anye nasam rabdam pramattam yoddumarhasi iti me buddhirutpanna babuva darshane tava. I said to her, when he has not appeared in front of me to challenge me, he will not strike me from behind or strike me from a hidden location. Now children, Rama, do you think you have killed me? Do you think you have killed me? You have killed yourself. You have killed your dharma. You have killed your atma. You have killed your conscience. Vinihatatmanam. You have killed your conscience today by hitting me from the side. I did not know that this is how you are willing to sacrifice even your conscience. Ni satam veshadaram papam prachannamiva pavakam. You are a wicked man disguised as a good man. You are a hypocrite. Dharmam nu velila solriye tavara. You are saying all kinds of dharma, but really that is not how you behave. I did no harm to you. I did not interfere in any of your affairs. I did no harm to your kingdom, to your city. I did not insult you. I did not pick any argument with you. Then why did you choose to kill me in this manner? I was not fighting you. If I was fighting you, then yes, you can do anything you want with me. But I was not fighting you. I was fighting Sugrīva. Then how can you interfere in that one? Why did you come and strike a person like me then? Abdinna, like arrow after arrow, he is striking against Rama. Ellapin children, Nariya is saying all kinds of things. There is no need for you to kill me because I am only a monkey. You cannot use my skin, you cannot use my flesh. Everything is forbidden for use by people like you. But children, and the Galate Idilia, the olden day standards, no, nothing is sacrosanct, everything changes. All dharmas change. Pancha naka abhakshya brahma kshatrena raghava. Brahmanas and Kshatriyas are allowed to eat only certain animals. 5-nailed animals like the porcupine, the hedgehog, the alligator, the rabbit and the tortoise. Brahmanas are allowed to eat only things. They are not allowed to eat monkey. Why did you kill me? Tārā was the one who was right. I should have believed in Tārā. I believed in you instead. I should have trusted Tārā, not you. For what purpose did you do this? If it is after all for the sake of your wife Sita, you should have come and told me. I know everything. Fellow knows everything. Yeah. If it is only for the sake of Sita, you should have told me. Ravana is living in dread of me all the time. He does not dare to stand in front of me. If you had sought my help, Mame Vayadi Purvam, Tom Etadhartam Amochadaya, Etadhartamachodayaha, Maithilim Aham Ekanha Tavachani Tavan Bhavet. I would have single-handedly gone and brought Maithili back to you. I would have restored Sita to you in a single day. I would have caught hold of Ravana by the neck. Kante bhadva pradadyante nigatam Ravanam rane. I would have caught hold of Ravana by the scruff of his neck and dragged him and put him at your feet. But for that sake, you befriended Sugrīva and you killed me. This fellow, useless fellow, can't even stand in front of me. Needs your help. What will you do with his help? When you have killed me, you have proven that you are strong enough to kill me. Ravana has nothing in front of you. What is the use of Sugrīva then? You could have come to me straight away. I would have helped you. What have you done? Sugrīva inheriting the kingdom is not a problem for me. Another than yan thambi. All said and done, he is still my brother. Therefore, if after I die, Sugrīva inherits the throne, there is nothing improper in that. But you killing me in this manner is sarvatha unjustifiable. It can never be justified. He starts to say things. Children, at one point in time or the other, everybody has to die. I am not worried about that. But to die in such a manner, that is what is filling me with so much of grief and indignation. That you should do it. Is it proper for you to do it? Niye challo. Children, Kshamam ched bhavata praptam uttaram sadhu chintyatam. Rama, think about what you have done and give me an answer. Think about what you have done and give me an answer. Vāli. Question after question, Vāli fires at Rama. All of those questions are justified questions. I am fighting with somebody, how can you attack? You are not a common criminal, you are a mighty ruler, you are a fellow following Dharma. For a dharmic person like you, how can you come and interfere in everything? You cannot eat me, you cannot do anything with me. About there is no point in killing me, Liya, why did you kill me? And if it is for the sake of Sita, I could have brought Sita back to you. Why did you have to kill me for that? You could have come and approached me. He says all these kinds of things. Rama listens to everything. The words harsh words. Parusham valina Ramo. All harsh words he tells to Rama. He accuses Rama. And he listens to everything. Rama listens to everything. Now it is the time for Rama to speak. Rama says to him, without knowing Dharma, why are you even talking about Dharma? A simple question Rama asks him. Without knowing what is Dharma, what gave you the right to talk about it? Dharma artha kama dharma artham cha kamam cha samayam cha api laukiki avijñāya katam balyan mamihadya vigarhase. How are you accusing me of violating dharma when you do not seem to know anything about dharma? Car oda theriyama water oda thappu solla mudiyuma? You don't know how to drive a car. You are sitting next to a person who knows how to drive and is driving it. Why are you pressing the brake? Why are you pressing the accelerator? Why are you taking the steering wheel? In what way is it right? He knows what he is doing. You don't know ABC of it. Accelerator, brake, clutch, ABC. How are you talking about driving? Like that, without knowing what is Dharma, what is the point of you saying all these kinds of things to me? You are speaking like a monkey. You are showing the fickleness of your Vanara Chapalyatikam. You are showing your fickleness of a monkey and you are speaking as though you know everything without consulting with others who know also. Kid, since you have asked me, I don't have to answer anything to you. I am justified fully in what I have done, but still, since you have asked and respecting you, I will give a reply to you. You said, what business did I have in coming and attacking you? Now, children, you said, I have not interfered in your affairs. I did not come and disturb you. I did not do anything to you. True. But this entire earth, including all the mountains, the forests, the groves, the animals, birds, everything, humans, everything belongs to Ikshvaku King Singha. Now we have established the Ikshvaku Vamsham has established itself as the overall sovereign of this entire land. Adhanala everything comes under our jurisdiction. At this point in time, Bharata is ruling over the earth. Bharata is the representative of the Ikshvaku King. He is ruling over the earth. And following his command, all of us, we are subjects to him. We are living in order to bring glory to King Bharata, Ramachandra. And by the command of Bharata, all of us Kshatriyas are upholding Dharma so that Bharata's kirti, Bharata's fame may be established. So Bharata's duty has been fulfilled properly as a king. Adila, you have violated Dharma. You have violated Dharma, therefore, as a result of violating Dharma, you deserve the punishment that I have given you. Adhanala, I am only punishing you. Dharma virukku, Kama virukku, you have given importance to Kama, you have forgotten Dharma, therefore you need to be punished. as a representative of the king Bharata, I have punished you. There is nothing wrong in what I have done. Enna dharma appadiyannal? The dharma that you have violated is this, that the wife of a younger brother is treated as one's own daughter. The wife of a younger brother is to be treated as one's own daughter. You have made Sugrīva's wife as your own. Adinala, that is an unpardonable crime, a sin that you have committed. Dharma romba sukshma, ati sukshmaanadu. Sukshma parama durajeya satam dharma plavangama. Even mighty wise ones are not able to fully understand dharma. You are lying here a monkey, you are saying you have understood dharma. Dharma is very subtle. It is not easy to understand dharma. But I will explain it to you. I will tell you what this dharma is. Nee, Korangu, you are a monkey, and people who are supporting you are all other monkeys. It is like the blind leading the blind. You fellows are discussing dharma and coming and asking me. Rāma is so established in dharma that when these fellows not knowing anything about dharma come and accuse him of following adharma, not that Rama gets angry. And Rama said, nee or Korangu, you are a monkey. And your ministers are monkeys. All the monkeys getting together, you are talking dharma to me, who comes from Ikshvaku Vamsha. Dharma runs in our blood. Dharma runs in our blood, and you monkeys are coming and talking to me about dharma. I will tell her, nee or Korangu. Chapalas chapalai sardam vanarai kritatmabihi vanarai rakritatmabihi jatyandaiva jatyandai amantrayam prekshase nukyu. Like a person who is born blind leading another person who is born blind. Like that, you monkeys are consulting with each other, supporting each other, advising each other and talking dharma. I will tell you what dharma is. Now listen to the reason why I have struck you down. You abandoned Sanatana Dharma. Bhratruvatsi bharyayam tyaktva dharmam sanatanam. Tad etat karanam bhashya yadartam tvam maya hataha. I will tell you, this is the reason why you have been killed. She who is your younger brother's wife, who is equal to your daughter, you are living with her in sin. This is the great sin that you have committed. For this sin, you violated Sanatana Dharma by committing this sin. Therefore, you need to be punished. Asyatvam dharma dharamanasya Sugrīvasya mahatmanah rumayam vartase kaman snushayam papakarma krita. She is like a daughter-in-law to you. She is like a daughter-in-law to you. Ruma, Sugrīva's wife, Ruma is like a daughter-in-law to you. You have behaved like in this manner with somebody who is equal to a daughter-in-law. Is it not a terrible crime, a sin for that you should be punished for? Adhanal, I do not see any reason why I have committed a sin and punishing you. I am a Kshatriya. I will not pardon you for this kind of sins. I think Rama there are precedents also. In the Madhuri Munadi, some people have done, and that is also accepted. Okay, examples like Sharma, an example, Mandata has inflicted a similar punishment on a person called Sharma who did something exactly like what you did. Adhanal, there is nothing wrong with it. Your death has the sanction of Dharma. But then Sugrīva says, Vāli says, these rules don't apply to us. We are monkeys. நாங்களாம் வான நீ சொல்ற தர்மம் எல்லாம் வந்து அவ அண்ணா தம்பி அப்புறம் தம்பி ஆம்படியா மாட்டு பொண்ணு இதெல்லாம் எங்களுக்கு கிடையாது. We are monkeys. Monkeys live by completely different code of conduct. You cannot trust your human laws upon monkeys. இப்பெல்லாம் சொல்றான் இல்லையா, do humane treatment for animals, or do animals have rights? We are trying to push our rights onto monkeys or animals also. They have rights, but they have their rights. You should understand, we cannot push our rights onto monkeys. We have no rights to push our rights onto them. It is not right, it is wrong. அதை மனக்கிட்டு பிடிச்சி ஷூவில் கொண்டு வச்சுட்டு அப்புறம் அதுக்கு ரைட் பேசுவாங்க. இது நியாயமா இது? After imprisoning the poor thing from its natural habitat, you bring it, you put it in a zoo, you imprison it, then you say rights for the animals. என்ன பிரயோஜனம்? இப்போ சொல்கிறேன், நாங்கள்லாம் we are all monkeys, we are living in the forest, this is our nature அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. சாவதானம் க்ஷமா தர்ம சத்யம் ததி பராக்கிரமோ வார்த்திவானாம் குணா ராஜன். vayam vanachararama mriga moola phalashinaha yesha prakritir asmakam purushastvam nareshwara. You are a man, and dharma applicable to man is applicable to you. We are monkeys, our dharma is different. அப்படின்னு வாலி உடனே எடுத்து அமைச்சு. So you are still not justified. உடனே ராமர் சொன்னார், டேய், if you are a monkey and I am a man, then all these dharmas doesn't apply to me also. You are saying, how did you interfere in the battle between two of us? You have no right to interfere. All those are human dharmas, sir. Monkey, sir. They are all human dharmas. You cannot, when you do not want to confuse monkey dharma with human dharma, you should not confuse human dharma with monkey dharma also. If two animals are fighting, the hunter is allowed to hunt. The hunter does not need to ask permission from the animal to fight. Excuse me, I would like to have a face-to-face challenge with you. Can I fight you? Most of the cases, hunters will hide in the tree and shoot. We do not need to take permission from you. If you say that you are only a monkey and therefore you are allowed to do all kinds of things because you are a monkey, then we can also treat you as a monkey. We do not have to treat you as a human being. If on the other hand you wish to be treated as a human being, you should behave as a human being. If you want the right to be treated as a human being, you should also bear the responsibility of behaving as a human being according to the dharma. When you violated dharma, you cannot choose a philosophy of convenience and try to convince me with it. And the first question is, you are a dharmatma, how did you fight me? You should not speak about dharma because you behaved in an adharmic way. We are monkeys now. Then you deserve to be killed. Why are you again arguing about dharma? Either way, you are in the wrong. And Rama, having said all of these things, he says, but listen, Shrunu Chapyaparam bhuyaha karanam haripungava yashrutva hetumadvira namanyum kartumargasi. I will give you one more reason why what I did is right, and listening to this reason, you cannot have any anger anymore against me. Yenadu eppdina name tatra manastapo namanyuhu haripungava Vāgurāvischa pāṣaischa kūtaischa vividhairnarākā pratischannāscha drishyāscha grinnanti subahūn mrigan. Tell you another reason why you should give up all this anger. When I look into my heart, my mind is free from all agitation. Rama children, name tatra manastapa. Namanyuhu. I do not have any agitation in my mind. I do not feel that I have committed a wrong thing. And then I am right. Which wrongdoer thinks he is doing wrong? Everybody feels justified. If everybody says, oh no, I am justified in it, if everybody says it may not be applicable, if Rama says it is applicable, because Rama looks into his heart and he finds it clean and clear. There is no manastapam, there is no mental agony in me. I am clean, I am clear, my conscience is clear. And such is Rama's words of truth, that when Vāli listens to Rama says, my conscience is clear, he knows Rama's conscience is clear. Rama is not lying, Rama is not hiding a guilty conscience, Rama's conscience is really clear. Rama is an animal, you are an animal. And people catch animals through nets, with ropes, with different tricks. With various tricks, animals are caught. Hiding, out in the open, whether the animal is alert or not, it can be caught, it can be killed. There is no blemish attached to it. Dosho atra na vidyate. There is no dosha there. There is no fault ascribed to that. Here, kings go for hunting. Hunting has been prescribed as a dharmic sport for kings. Adhanala, when they go out to hunt, it is fine for us. We are allowed to kill you. Adhanala, there is no, I have not done any harm. Whether when you both are fighting, I should not kill you. There is no rule like that, I can kill you. Rama says all these things. Vāli listens to all this. Na dosham ragave dadyau. When he listens to Rama's various cogent arguments, then and there Vāli understands his mistake. He gives up his fault finding with Rama. Another thing is that Vāli said, if you wanted, you could have come directly to me. I would have brought Sita back to you. This is Rama's greatness. What is his greatness? Yes, perhaps the affair would have been a lot simpler, would have been a lot easier. All the travails that they underwent later on could have all been avoided if he had gone to Vāli and said, this fellow has done such and such a thing. Can you go and get it? And Vāli is saying it after he has been felled by the arrow. Before that, Vāli behaved in the exact same manner as Ravana did. Adanala, why will he go and find fault with Ravana? After Vāli says this, we may end up thinking, oh yeah, that's right, Vāli could have done it. But Vāli would have no incentive to do it. He is doing a mistake. He is carried somebody else's wife. Why would he go and say, Ravana, what you are doing is wrong, send back Sita and Sulvana? He will laugh at Rama and send him away, is it not? Adanala, it was rather a foolish thought, a foolish idea that he entertained as an afterthought. After he was felled by Rama's arrow, he thought, I could have helped you. It was not really true, he would not have helped. Secondly, even if he was willing to help, Rama was not willing to accept his help, because he says, when you yourself are not following Dharma, I do not wish to use you to acquire my wife back. Who shall I use instead now? Another Dharmatma. To establish Dharma, you cannot take the help of an adharmic person. How do you establish Dharma? By propagating adharma. Dharma alone has to be propagated to establish Dharma. Adanala Rama says, I cannot accept Vāli's help, I will only take Sugrīva's help. So he is the Dharma. But several reasons are given to Vāli. Vāli ultimately is convinced. In the end, Vāli is convinced. But he folds his palms together. He tells Rama, whatever you said is correct. Whatever you have said is correct. I cannot disprove you regarding what is desirable, undesirable, proper, improper, etc. You are much more well versed in Dharma than I am. You've got to understand this. It is not that Rama is clever enough to talk and therefore somehow very skillfully using his brains has shut Vāli's mouth in illa. What it means is not merely cleverness. He knows Dharma. Point. He is right. He is right. Sometimes, even Swami, on various occasions we've had experience with Swami. Some people accuse me also of this. They say, you argue whichever way you want. Dharma is not static. Dharma is dynamic. Dharma is not static. Every situation cannot have the same solution. Each situation will change, and accordingly solution also will change. People change. Accordingly solution will change. Question may be the same, but the questioner may be different. Therefore, even though the question is the same, the answer will be different, because the answer is not to the question. The answer is always to the questioner. This is not an exam paper. Life is not like an exam paper where a question is asked and the question will always have the same answer no matter when it is asked. Life is not like that. Spirituality is not like that. Dharma is not like that. Here, everything, there are minute changes everywhere. Tiny changes are around in everywhere. One small change can change everything else also. Therefore, it is not mere intellectual cleverness or the position, the powers of the position that you have. You are Rama, you are powerful, therefore whatever you say is right. Not so. Depending upon the situation, Desha, Kala, Paristhiti, Dharma keeps changing. Dharma, minute modification of Dharma keeps happening. That is why Rama says Dharma is Ati Sukshma. It is very subtle. Don't claim to understand Dharma. It is very subtle in children. But that day you said, that day, pa. Today is not that day. So many things have changed today. Things are not the same. Certain cardinal principles always remain. Those will never change. That will never change. Ana, laukikama, worldly way, when you look at things will all constantly keep changing. Adanala enna solrar Tyagaraja samayaniki tagu maatalade nu solrar. Adukkaga vandu nee kaalathuku etta mari pesinavan appdinu edanama sollaliye. Very famous song இல்லையா அது? சாதிஞ்சனே மனசான்னு ஒரு பாட்டு இருக்குமே, பஞ்சரத்ன கிருதி, தியாகராஜா பஞ்சரத்ன கிருதி. In that, Tyagaraja says, you spoke appropriate words according to the times. Times change. Dharma does not change, but the application of Dharma changes. depending upon who is the recipient, who is the doer, who is at what stage of life, etc. So many things are there. Adana dharma changes. Okay, nobody can claim to understand dharma. Bhagavan alone can understand dharma. Yena dharmasya prabhurachyutaha. Adanala, the idea that, oh, we cannot win an argument with you because you will either A, abuse the power of your position and say this is what it is, or you will intellectually prove us wrong. Both are not right. Rama is not doing any of those things. Instead, Rama is establishing dharma as applicable then and there. Adanala children, it is all my fault. I understand that what I have done, I have spoken in anguish but also ignorance. You are always devoted to truth and dharma, you are always devoted to the well-being of all people. I can understand that. Hey Dharmagyan, O knower of dharma, I have not followed dharma in the past. I have transgressed the bounds of dharma, and for that you have punished me. Please say that you have pardoned me also. Please forgive me. Chilitu. He says, my son Angada is innocent. Although I did all these kind of things, Angada is innocent. Therefore, he does not deserve any punishment. I request you to please protect Angada. I entrust him in your hands. He is my only son. He is very dear to me. He is young and innocent, but he is very strong. He deserves to be protected by you, Rama. You should not cause any harm to come to him because of the mistakes of his father. அப்படின்னு Vāli entreats. இப்பதான் வருது எல்லாம் இல்லையா? Until then arrogance was there. Once he has fallen down, then suddenly humility comes. Arrogance goes away. Now he is afraid of what will happen to Angada. இப்போ பண்ண பாவம் எல்லாம் இப்பதான் ஞாபகம் வருது. He committed sins when he was strong. At that time, he did not realize that what will happen to Angada. Will the sins of the father be visited upon the heads of the sons? He did not think about it at that time. But now that he has fallen, he thinks, will Angada be now punished and penalized for the sin that I have committed, or for the treatment that I have meted out against Sugrīva? Now will Sugrīva take revenge upon Angada? Fear comes into Vāli's heart. Therefore, he prays to Rama, he must protect. And I hope next bhayam, artha bhayam vardu. His next fear comes. Enna fear abhinna? What he did to Ruma, he is now afraid will happen to Tārā. Appo solran, please protect Tārā அப்படிங்கறான். நியாயமா? நியாயமா இது? Is it reasonable? Oh, your wife means separate, oh, special, oh. So somebody else's wife can be treated in any way, but when it comes to your wife, you are praying for her protection, oh. அப்படின்னா, definitely it is not right, Anna. That is how people also behave in this world. Adume Ramayana shows us that when he is fallen down, now he prays for Tārā and Angada. But when he was strong, he did not care about any of these principles. Anna, this is Rama's greatness. After having heard all of that, Rama says, forget all your fears. Don't bother about all these things now. Time for you to leave us. Don't be bothered about all this. Na vayam bhavata chintya napyatma hrisattama. Everything has happened according to dharma. It will continue to happen only according to dharma. You are asking me to forgive you. There is nothing to forgive you. The moment you receive the punishment, your sin has been cleansed of you. That's not punishment. Ramachandra, what is punishment for? It is all doing according to the law of cause and effect. Everything is happening regulated according to the law of cause and effect. Dandye yaha pataye dandam dandayos yaschapi dandayate. Karya karana siddhartha ubhautau namsidataha. The sinner and the punisher, whoever is giving the punishment, whoever is receiving the punishment, all of that is regulated by a law called the law of cause and effect. Karman or law. Karya karana. You did something, you are going to reap the fruits of that action, and it is a universal law. Adanale, don't worry about it. Everything is happening according to that law of dharma, law of karma. So don't worry. Remove all sorrow. Angada will remain with Sugrīva and will live with. I assure you of protection for him. I will look after him. I will take care of him. Don't worry about it. He will live with Sugrīva as he lived with you. So don't worry about him. Rama gives an assurance to Vāli. We will stop here for today. Janaki Kanta Smaranam. Jai Jai Rama Rama Anjaneya Swami Ki Jai. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat. Shri Sai Shara.